Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie, and today it's a review by request. This is for Damned in Black 22, and it's the Stanley Kubrick collection from Spain. Now I had to do some preparations to review this, basically because it's sort of a difficult set to handle. It's presented in a very thin metal or like tin slipcase, sort of slipcase box, as you can see. So this is actually black tin, but it's not very sturdy. It's got some plastic lining within. There's actually like very thin plastic. There's like a glued on plastic interior, so it's supposed to keep the contents from sort of like getting damaged or scratching or whatever. But I'm gonna show you this is still a problem, and you're gonna see why. But anyway, the exterior, it's got sort of an odd tin box, I think. It's got like, sort of bent in, and I don't know, it's just a very odd style. Still, I think it's a nice design. I mean, overall, the Kubrick sets I've seen that were released around this time with sort of the same design. There were several. There were the American version and UK. They all kind of had these like new color schemes, like this sort of rainbowy thing on black. And I don't know. I think this was one of the better choices. It only has 5 movies though. So it's 2001, it's Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut, Full Metal Jacket, and The Shining. And then there's the 6th one, which is Stanley Kubrick Life in Pictures, and that's documentary, so it's not, it's 5 feature films, and then there's the documentary, which is also like feature length, but So anyway, you're wondering what's supposed to be in here, and I'm going to show you that now. This is a set featuring 5 individual steel cases. And a lot of you would probably say that it's 5 steelbooks, but I want to point out that that's not actually true. You see, the steelbook is a specific type of case. It's a patent-pended design, and the thing about these is that it's not steelbooks. It's actually like steelbook's ugly cousin, which is the Star Metal Pack. And you can see here it says Star Metal Pack, so this is not an official steelbook, and the main difference between them is that the steelbook has an individual spine. So it's a 3-piece set. It's got like a front, the back, and the spine, and this makes the steelbook able to lay down flat on a table when you fold it out. However, the Star Metal Pack does not, because it's only 2 pieces, so you can only bend it so far. Anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. So just because steelbooks are really good and cool, and I love them. And even though these look good, they're not steelbooks. They're steel cases or metal packs, and they're just not as good in my opinion. So that's why I wanted to point that out. But anyway, the metal box or slipcase box is a very tight fit for these 5 cases. So I think it's very hard to take them out without scratching them, and so I've had mine plastically sealed, like in these little plastic bags, and I can almost fit them all in, even with the plastic bags, because they're so thin. But I just decided to keep like one on the side and the rest within the box. But anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling about my habits of trying to keep stuff scratch free, and just gonna show you this pretty quick. First one is Eyes Wide Shut, which, as you can see, still has the original title and not sort of like a Spanish translated title, which I think is nice. They're all matte. It's a matte steel case design, and they're all pretty coherent in the style or overall look of it. There's no embossing at all, and I'm gonna show you the inside. Just quick look. You got 2 discs, and each of these metal packs have the image which is presented on the front is also included here, on the left side, and this is the same for all cases, so I'm not going to take out each individual disc and show you, because all of them have, you know, the same image as is on the front is replicated here. So just to save me a lot of time and trouble, I'm not going to do that on each set. So I hope you understand that. Anyway, 2 discs for Eyes Wide Shut, so that's a special edition, 2 discs. And I think it's pretty equal to the other 2 disc releases, but you know, you're gonna have to check that for yourself. Secondly, we got 2001 Space Odyssey, and as you can see, it's sort of half translated. You got 2001 and Una Odisea del Espacio, so that's like the Spanish title. Got the back there, insides, got disc 1, disc 2, I switched them, I can't recall why. And you know, the same image which is on the front, it is also under here, but enough about that. Next up, Clockwork Orange, which has the awfully translated title, La Naranja Mecánica, which is obviously Spanish for Clockwork Orange. There we got the back and the insides, sort of an alternate design for disc 2 there, which is kind of nice, I think, but you know, it's still not very coherent between the two. You think that's important? And then we got The Shining, which I think has a really nice design actually, even though it's, you know, it doesn't really go together with the other steel cases, but I still think this door with like the red rum on it is a very nice choice. The Spanish title is just awful. And there's the back, discs inside, disc 1, disc 2. And last but not least, we got Full Metal Jacket, also translated into the Spanish title. Quite a nice design for this as well, I think. I know we've seen this like helmet design a lot of times before, but it's a very good image, and you know, I think it really does the movie justice. And the differing thing here is that as opposed to all the other releases, which were actually 2 disc releases, this is 2 discs, but it's actually only 1 disc for Full Metal Jacket, as you can see here. And this second disc is actually Stanley Kubrick, A Life in Pictures, the documentary that I mentioned earlier. So it's a total of 10 discs in this set, but it's actually only, you know, 5 movies, and then there's the extra documentary. So I'm not entirely sure how this set compares to like the other releases of the same movies. I think the American set obviously has the American extended cut of The Shining, but apart from that I think they're pretty similar. Both the American and the UK version are lacking the movies Barry Lyndon and also Lolita, which I think is a shame. But that's the same for both UK, US and this one, and most other regions as well, I think. I can mention that there is, I think, a French edition which includes all these movies plus Barry Lyndon and Lolita, and I think that's actually a digipack set, so if you're a big fan of Stanley Kubrick and you like these films, you might want to check that out. But yeah, I think that's all I can say about this edition. It's a limited edition, and I think it was released as being an exclusive. I mean, that's commonly what it's referred to, like the edition exclusive. But I don't think it's actually a store exclusive, because you can get it in, you know, several stores in Spain, so I guess it's just a limited release, and I'm not really sure how many copies were made. I don't think there's an official number, so. But anyway, nice box, and I felt like reviewing it, especially since Damned in Black 22 wanted to see what it was like. But that's it. If you want full specs, you can check out the website, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you all next time.